Are you more impressed with the Cowboys or disappointed in your Eagles?
Fellas, I'm disappointed in the Eagles. This is an easy question. Yeah. I'm disappointed in the Eagles because I'm disappointed in Jalen Hurts. Y'all know the Jalen Hurts that you all crowned king. Y'all know the Jalen Hurts as soon as he came out the womb, y'all like, he's a franchise. He's the savior. I'm disappointed in my Eagles because I'm disappointed in my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you something, fellas, and let me tell you something, Bucky Brooks. Jalen Hurts, 1 touchdown, 3 turnovers, 2 red zone turnovers. If Carson Wentz would have had 2 red zone turnovers in a 2-possession game, y'all would have been calling for his head. Leave the city of Philadelphia. Better yet, leave the country. Just go, Carson. Just go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. But Jalen Hurts did it, and we're just like, Like, how can you not be disappointed in these Eagles? How can you not be disappointed in this quarterback? How can you not be? I told y'all this. I said I don't want a spark from Jalen Hurts. I need a fire. Eagles fans, we needed a fire for this whole team. We got a spark. That's what we got. Second possession of the game, Deshaun Jackson, 81-yard touchdown pass. But make this make sense. How the Eagles, 2 possessions, their first 2 possessions, how you have 156 total yards. Then your next 11 possessions, 5 punts, 3 turnovers. Come on now. That, to me, is why I am so disappointed. I mean, I'm going to give a golf clap to these Dallas Cowboys. I'll give a golf clap to these Dallas Cowboys. But I'm disappointed in the Eagles because Jalen Hurts, I guess for the first time all season, he looked like a rookie.
Boy, man, I just heard that, Biggie. Did y'all hear that? Player, hater, you out here hating, and then once again try to prop up your boy Carson Wentz, who doesn't need any propping because he knows he's out of Philadelphia. Man, I am more impressed with the Cowboys. I'm not even thinking about the Eagles in that situation. I'll tell you why. To compare Jalen Hurts right now in this stage of his career to Carson Wentz, you know that's nonsense, and I want you to keep your credibility, Acho. Let's not do that. When you're trying to supplant somebody or you're forced into action, one thing that we don't allow, which we should allow, is the opportunity for growing pains. And this was a growing pain game for Jalen Hurts, and it still was an amazing game. The dude still went out there and threw for 342, a touchdown, and 69 rushing yards. But you're like, if Carson Wentz would have been in there. Carson Wentz wouldn't have been in that position because he wouldn't have been the spark. You wanted a fire. Doug Peterson wanted a spark, but Acho was supposed to win over Doug Peterson. And that's how you get a fire, by starting it with a spark. Here's the thing what I loved about the Cowboys.
What'd you love?
One, Ezekiel Elliott. Acho, you remember last week you would have cut him or traded him? Or you said, I want to bench him? Remember that? How did Tony Pollard do in comparison to Ezekiel Elliott? Because Ezekiel Elliott went off. Did he not have 121 yards? Yeah. Ezekiel Elliott went out there and balled out. But Acho doesn't like Ezekiel Elliott, or he doesn't like his performance. I get it. It's week to week in those situations. But, Acho, you wouldn't even have had the opportunity to give to Ezekiel Elliott listening to yourself when you start going crazy on these random takes. One thing I liked also, Andy Dalton. Yeah, straighten your head up right there. Andy Dalton, his last 3 games, 66 completion percentage, 7-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, 117 passer rating. All of that sounds like almost Aaron Rodgers level in the last 3 games. I'm impressed by these Cowboys because these roaches don't die. You know what? We've been trying to stomp on the Cowboys all year. And if they take care of business and get a little bitty help, they are going to be in the playoffs.
All I'm going to say real quick, because I'm not saying that I'm not impressed by the Cowboys, but it's impressed by the Cowboys and disappointed in the Eagles. Everything you said, Sel, was accurate. Like, I'm not pushing back against the accuracy of
not everything. I said Zeke had 121. He had 105.
I'm not pushing it back against.
I can be real.
But I'm not even pushing back against that. What I'm saying is this. The Eagles allowed Zeke to have his second 100-yard game of the season. So this isn't as much a Zeke thing as it's an Eagles thing. Because we know Zeke is in the worst stage of his career. We also know, based on the tape, he's in the worst shape of his career. So the Eagles allowed Zeke to go put up another 100 yards. Kudos to Zeke, but I'm saying that the Eagles did bad. The Eagles allowed Andy Dalton to have his highest passing yardage game since 2015. I'm not saying Andy Dalton didn't ball, but if you're asking me, impressed with Andy Dalton or disappointed in the Eagles, I'm going to be disappointed in the team that allowed Andy Dalton to do something he hasn't done in 4 years. I'm going to be disappointed in the team that allowed Ezekiel Elliott to do something he's only done once in the previous 15 games. Those dudes balled. I get that. I'm not taking that away from them. But I am more disappointed by allowing this team allowed these Cowboys players to do astronomical things that they haven't done very often. Buck, what you got?
I hear some of that.
I mean, so you had me all twisted up because here I am ready to talk about how excited I am to see the Cowboys kind of find their way, how they found their way the last 3 games, and they're playing well. The offense is rolling. You guys have poured dirt on Ezekiel Elliott. He said, hold on, not so fast. I'm still a dude, all this other stuff. But now I have to hear Emmanuel Acho talk about Jalen Hurts let him down. He tugged at his heartstring because he had 3 turnovers, all those turnovers in the fourth quarter, and they were down by 2 scores. So he's trying to make it happen. And then you talk about this leak defense where they found the guy, Michael Jacquet. I'll just call him Waldo because they were finding Waldo. They targeted him 9 times, completed 7 passes for 187 yards on him, and they took him out the game. My gosh, if they kept him in, they may have thrown for 300 on him. And so here you are once again defending your boy, talking about, well, if Carson Wentz was in there and he had those turnovers, we would have said, oh, my gosh. No, I wouldn't. I mean, that's Carson doing what Carson does. He turns it over. That's how he plays. That's how he's played all year. I wouldn't be surprised. I just would have sipped my little drink and been like, oh, okay, yeah, Carson is having another game. But let's put the light on the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing well. The Cowboys are playing their best ball heading down the stretch. And I'll say, they're the best team in the East right now when you look at how they're trending. Defense has got 10 takeaways in the last 3 games. Ezekiel Elliott had 100-yard games. They're 24-4 in his career when he gets over 100. And then Andy Dalton hit the 3 wide receivers who combined for 13, 300 yards and 3 scores. The Dallas Cowboys are rolling. Don't let your disappointment in the Eagles cloud the fact that Dallas is playing really well.
Oh, let's take it a step further. It's not just his disappointment in the Eagles. He's mad that his buddy, Carson Wentz, is not there as the leader of a team that had a chance to make the playoffs, but have no chance right now to make the playoffs. But the Cowboys still do. Just need a little help, and they need to handle their business. Acho went up here once again and told America something that wasn't exactly true. Now, he says that, hey, Philadelphia, why would you let Andy Dalton go out there and do something this year right now against you guys that he hasn't been doing? Oh, wait a minute. Does Andy Dalton in December, and last time I checked, we just had Christmas, so December's almost over, have a better passer rating this month than Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Ben Roethlisberger, and Justin Herbert, my guy, just to name a few. See, Acho, what you're talking about is really your hurt, your pain over Carson Wentz's departure from this organization, which will be happening shortly thereafter. But I'm just going to talk about the Cowboys and what they're setting themselves up to be. Now, one, Mike McCarthy has reset this culture. That's why they're playing their best football right now. And even if the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, you talk about the carryover effect of all of this good football in the month of December that will happen this offseason. What happens then? All we need is our quarterback back in Dak Prescott, and we have something there. I told you these examples a few months ago, Acho. Hopefully you're listening now. One, this is the same situation that happened to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. They had their quarterback, Jameis Winston. They went 7-9. They played well down the stretch. And all they said to themselves is, if we get a little better at that quarterback position with this newfound confidence, we got something. Oh, what about the Pittsburgh Steelers? That was 8-8 last year. And they had the same mindset. All we need is our quarterback, Big Ben, next year, and we're going to do something. Dallas Cowboys putting themselves in the same position next year, regardless if they make the playoffs or not.
The problem with both your take and Bucky's take is you all speak regardless of context, and context matters. I didn't lie to you, America. I said Andy Dalton has done something he hadn't done since 2015. He threw for 377 passing yards. That is not a lie. Have the Cowboys been balling? Absolutely. But context matters. Okay. So, Marcellus, what you want me to do? You want me to stand up on this chair and say, heck yeah, the Cowboys beat a 4-10-1 Bengals team? You want me to stand up on this chair and say, heck yeah, the Cowboys beat an incredibly depleted 49ers team, 6-9? Heck yeah, the Cowboys beat a 4-9-1, now 4-10-1 Eagles team?
Yeah, because the Cowboys are.
Yeah,
I actually do.
The Cowboys have been winning, but can you all please speak in context again? Because y'all know track and y'all love it. It's like sometimes if you say you're an Olympian, Bucky Brooks.
Boy, right? I know we got it when they go to track.
Nah, if you say you're an Olympian, typically I'm like, oh wow, like you were an Olympian, because to be an Olympian in America, it's a huge deal. But to be an Olympian in another country where the qualification markers are way, way, way lower, it's not as big a deal. Though everybody can say they're Olympians.
That's the thing.
The American can say they're an Olympian, just like the person who qualified in Djibouti can say they're an Olympian.
Man, stop.
Everybody can say they're Olympians, but speak on the context. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys are playing well. Y'all can say the Cowboys are playing well. I'm not taking that away from them. But speak on the context as to why and how impressed you are. I am impressed with the Cowboys.
Why'd your voice change? I am impressed with the Cowboys. What the hell was that?
I'm changing my cadence. I'm changing my cadence. I said Andy Dalton was going to ball, Sal. Did I not?
You said that.
Did I not? I said Andy Dalton was going to ball
now?
back in October. I'm not surprised that he's balling well. But y'all, speak on the context. Fletcher Cox went out. Eagles Pro Bowl defensive tackle. Zeke went for 100.
Here you go again.
Here you go.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
But y'all starting the third-string quarterback and Michael Gallup going crazy. I'm just saying, can y'all please tell America the context as y'all talk to America? That's all I'm going to say.
Get him, Buck.
So context, like I noticed when you put those full screens up for Baker Mayfield, sometimes the context doesn't include that he is the king of beating the sub 500 teams. And then when he has to play the real teams, he doesn't play well. And so as you quoted the Cowboys record as they're beating these 4-win teams or whatever, they're playing their teams in their division. You only can play who's in front of you. I can't hate them for knocking off the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles were in front of them. They knocked them off like that's what you're supposed to do. I just want you to throw some more verbal bouquets in their direction. Give them their props for knocking off your team.
I'm upset.
Yesterday was a very tough day for you.
It was.
Because you're a fanboy of a bunch of little squads and teams and guys, and it just didn't go your way.
I got facial hair.
The Browns, the Eagles, all those other things. And so some days you just have to charge it to the game. You have to just tip your cap and go on. And so it's just a bad day for you. But guess what, Acho? Tomorrow's a new day. There'll be games played tonight. You can talk about something else. But today you just kind of got to wallow in the muck.
Yeah, that's real, Bucky. It wasn't even a bad day for him. It was one of his worst days because I was sitting there. You know how you do. You're an analyst. You're sitting there. You got your picks out there. You got your narratives. You got your takes. And you just want to see if they come true. Not necessarily because it's all about the ego, just because you got to be prepared for this battle when we get on TV. And I was sitting there like, Tom Brady and the Bucks, ching, Acho in trouble. Oh, Cowboys, ching, oh, Acho in trouble. Oh, Baker Mayfield, ching, oh, Acho in trouble. And he knew it. That's why he's so damn defensive. He's so defensive right now.
Clippers, though?
Oh, hey! Don't you mention that name to me until we play another game. I knew I had one, and we ain't gonna talk Clippers on this show because we ain't gonna talk Clippers on this show. But the point is, I want to make sure that everyone in our audience is ready for next week's show when Acho may have to come in here and say, the Dallas Cowboys are in the playoffs. Ooh, Acho, I can't wait for that moment.